Imagine waking up to a day that feels like it's already slipping through your fingers. Your alarm didn't go off, your inbox is overflowing, and the kitchen counter is buried under dishes you meant to wash last night. You rush through your morning half present, your mind racing with tasks, worries, and the nagging sense that you're not doing enough, not being enough. You scroll through social media, where everyone else seems to have their lives perfectly together: flawless homes, thriving careers, endless energy. You feel the weight of it all: the clutter in your home, the noise in your mind, the pressure to keep up in a world that never slows down. What if there was a way to transform this chaos, not through grand gestures or impossible resolutions, but through small, deliberate steps that quietly reshape your life? What if you could find peace, purpose, and joy by embracing tiny daily wins that build momentum over time? This is the promise of Kaizen, a Japanese philosophy of continuous improvement that invites you to simplify your life, reduce stress, and thrive by making small, intentional changes every day. Kaizen isn't about perfection. It's about progress, about trusting that the smallest actions, done consistently, can lead to a life of clarity, balance, and deep fulfillment. Kaizen, which translates to change for the better or continuous improvement, is a Japanese concept rooted in post-World War II industrial practices, but with a timeless wisdom that applies to every corner of your life. The word combines kai, change, and zen, good, reflecting a philosophy of making incremental positive adjustments to improve quality and efficiency. Originally developed to enhance manufacturing processes, think Toyota's assembly lines, where workers were empowered to suggest small tweaks to streamline production. Kaizen has evolved into a personal and spiritual practice. It's grounded in the belief that progress doesn't require dramatic overhauls or superhuman effort. Instead, it celebrates the power of small, consistent steps to create lasting change. Picture a river carving a canyon over centuries, not through force, but through steady, patient flow. That's Kaizen, a gentle, persistent approach to growth that honors your humanity and respects your pace. In a world that glorifies quick fixes, overnight success, and perfectionism, Kaizen offers a refreshing alternative, a path to thriving that's sustainable, stress-free, and deeply personal. You're no stranger to the struggles of modern life. The constant buzz of notifications, the pressure to juggle work, relationships, and self-care, the temptation to buy the latest gadget or follow the newest trend, it's overwhelming. Maybe your home is cluttered with things you don't need, each item a reminder of impulsive purchases or unmade decisions. Maybe your mind feels just as crowded, filled with self-doubt, to-do lists, or the fear that you're falling behind. Financial stress might keep you up at night, wondering how to stretch your budget or resist the pull of consumerism. You might feel disconnected from your purpose, from the people you love, from yourself. These challenges are real, and they're amplified by a culture that equates worth with productivity, possessions, and perfection. Kaizen speaks directly to these struggles, offering a way to simplify your life without stripping it bare, to find meaning without chasing impossible ideals, to thrive by focusing on what you can do today, no matter how small. Let's explore what Kaizen can do for you. At its heart, Kaizen is about progress over perfection, a mindset that frees you from the paralyzing grip of all-or-nothing thinking. When you embrace Kaizen, you stop waiting for the perfect moment to start, a new year, a new job, a burst of motivation, and begin exactly where you are. This shift is liberating. Imagine wanting to get fit, but feeling overwhelmed by the idea of hour-long workouts or strict diets. With Kaizen, you might start by walking for 5 minutes a day, gradually adding a minute each week. Over time, those tiny steps build into a habit, then a lifestyle, without the stress of drastic change. Kaizen declutters your mind from the need to be flawless, creating space for peace, confidence, and purpose. It's a way to simplify your life by focusing on one small action at a time, trusting that these daily wins will compound into profound transformation. Your mental well-being is a powerful place to apply Kaizen. You know how easy it is to spiral into negative thoughts, criticizing yourself for a mistake, worrying about the future, or replaying past regrets. Kaizen invites you to approach your mind with patience, making small adjustments to foster clarity and resilience. Instead of trying to silence your inner critic overnight, you might start by noticing one negative thought each day and reframing it. For example, if you think, "I'm terrible at this," you could ask, "What did I learn from this attempt?" This tiny shift, done consistently, rewires your mindset over time, reducing stress and building self-compassion. Kaizen aligns with mindfulness, helping you stay present without judgment. Try this. Each morning, spend 1 minute writing down a single thing you're grateful for. A warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend. This small practice, rooted in gratitude, gradually shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, easing mental clutter and fostering inner peace. Your physical health, too, can transform through Kaizen's gentle approach. In a culture obsessed with extreme fitness trends and restrictive diets, you might feel pressured to overhaul your habits overnight. But Kaizen suggests starting small, with changes so manageable they feel effortless. Maybe you add one vegetable to your dinner each night, or do a single stretch before bed. These tiny actions build momentum, making it easier to expand your efforts over time. Imagine someone who wants to sleep better, but struggles with late-night screen time. Instead of banning devices cold turkey, they might start by turning off their phone 5 minutes earlier each night. Over weeks, this small step could lead to a full hour of screen-free time, improving sleep quality without the stress of drastic change. Kaizen respects your body's needs, encouraging sustainable habits that enhance energy, vitality, and well-being. Try this. Choose one health goal: drinking more water, moving more, eating mindfully, and commit to a 1-minute action each day, like sipping a glass of water first thing in the morning. Track your progress in a notebook, noting how these small wins make you feel. Emotionally, Kaizen helps you cultivate resilience by breaking down overwhelming feelings into manageable steps. You might feel weighed down by stress, sadness, or frustration, unsure how to move forward. Kaizen encourages you to take one small action to nurture your emotional health, like journaling for 2 minutes about how you feel, or taking 3 deep breaths when you're upset. These micro-practices build emotional awareness, helping you process feelings without being consumed by them. For example, if you're navigating a tense relationship, you might start by sending one kind message a day, even if it's just a thinking of you text. Over time, these small gestures can rebuild trust and connection without the pressure of a grand reconciliation. Kaizen's focus on small steps makes emotional growth feel achievable, fostering a sense of balance and hope. Try this. Each evening, write down one emotion you felt strongly that day and one small action you could take to honor it, like resting if you're tired or calling a friend if you're lonely. Spiritually, Kaizen offers a path to deeper meaning by encouraging you to explore your values through small, intentional actions. You might feel disconnected from your sense of purpose, unsure how to find it in the chaos of daily life. Kaizen suggests starting with one small practice that aligns with your beliefs, like meditating for 1 minute a day or reflecting on a single question. What matters most to me today? These tiny acts of awareness help you reconnect with your inner compass, fostering a sense of harmony and clarity. If you're drawn to nature, you might spend 1 minute each day noticing something outside, a bird's song, the texture of a leaf. Over time, these moments weave a spiritual thread through your life, grounding you in purpose without requiring a grand quest. Try this. Choose one value: kindness, curiosity, gratitude, and commit to one small action each day that reflects it, like complimenting a stranger or learning something new. Notice how these actions deepen your sense of connection to something greater. Your relationships flourish with Kaizen's incremental approach. You might feel frustrated by misunderstandings or distance with loved ones, but big gestures can feel daunting or forced. Kaizen invites you to strengthen your connections through small, consistent acts of care. Maybe you start by listening to a partner for 5 minutes without interrupting, or texting a friend one thoughtful question each week. These tiny efforts build trust and intimacy over time, creating bonds that feel authentic and resilient. Imagine a parent who wants to connect with their teenager, but feels shut out. Instead of forcing a long conversation, they might start by asking one open-ended question at dinner like, "What was the best part of your day?" Over weeks, these small moments of curiosity can open the door to deeper talks. Kaizen's patience respects the ebb and flow of relationships, fostering love through persistence. Try this. Pick one relationship and commit to one small act of kindness each day for a week, like leaving a note or sharing a smile. Reflect on how these actions shift your connection. Your career can also benefit from Kaizen's focus on small wins. In a world that measures success by big promotions or flashy achievements, you might feel stuck or inadequate if you're not there yet. Kaizen encourages you to focus on daily progress, no matter how small. Maybe you spend 5 minutes learning a new skill, like a software shortcut, or organize one corner of your workspace. These micro improvements build competence and confidence, making your work feel more meaningful. For example, a writer struggling with procrastination might start by writing one sentence a day. Over time, those sentences become paragraphs, then pages, without the overwhelm of a blank page. Kaizen's emphasis on process over outcome reduces workplace stress, fostering creativity and purpose. Try this. Identify one work goal, better focus, stronger teamwork, and commit to one small action each day, like silencing notifications for 10 minutes or asking a colleague for feedback. Track how these steps enhance your work. Financially, Kaizen helps you simplify and thrive by encouraging small, intentional choices that align with your values. You might feel trapped by debt, impulsive spending, or the pressure to keep up with trends. Kaizen suggests starting with one small change, like saving $1 a day or reviewing one purchase before buying. These actions, combined with Matene's respect for resources, help you value what you have, reducing waste and financial anxiety. Imagine someone who overspends on takeout. Instead of swearing off it entirely, they might cook one meal a week, gradually increasing as they discover recipes they love. Over time, these small shifts save money and build confidence. Kaizen's focus on conscious consumption fosters abundance, not through more stuff, but through clarity and freedom. Try this. For 1 week, track every expense and note one small way to save, like bringing coffee from home. Reflect on how these choices align with your goals. Your environment reflects Kaizen's transformative power. A cluttered home can feel like a cluttered mind, each item a reminder of unmade decisions. Kaizen invites you to declutter through small, manageable steps, aligning with Danshari's intentional letting go. Instead of tackling your entire house, you might start with one drawer, sorting for 5 minutes a day. Keep what sparks joy or serves a purpose, and release what doesn't, thanking each item for its role. Over weeks, these small efforts create a space that feels calm and intentional, not sterile. Imagine finding an old scarf in a closet. Instead of keeping it out of guilt, you ask, "Does this fit my life today?" If not, you donate it, freeing space for what matters. Kaizen's patience makes decluttering sustainable, fostering a sanctuary that supports your well-being. Try this. Choose one small area, a shelf, a bag, and spend 5 minutes decluttering it daily. Note how these changes lighten your space and mind. Creativity thrives with Kaizen's incremental approach. You might feel blocked, convinced you're not creative, or that your ideas must be perfect. Kaizen encourages you to start small, with no pressure for masterpieces. Maybe you doodle for 1 minute a day or write one sentence of a story. These tiny acts of creation build confidence, sparking joy in the process. For example, a musician who's lost their spark might play one chord a day, gradually rediscovering their love for music. Kaizen's focus on small steps removes the fear of failure, fostering a playful, curious approach to creativity. Try this. Pick a creative outlet, drawing, writing, cooking, and commit to 1 minute of practice daily. Reflect on how these moments awaken your imagination. Let's contrast Kaizen with common habits that hold you back. Society often pushes you toward quick fixes, crash diets, get-rich schemes, all-or-nothing goals. These approaches are exhausting, aren't they? They demand perfection, leaving you discouraged when you falter. Kaizen, by contrast, is sustainable. Instead of vowing to never spend again, you might cut one small expense, building financial resilience without deprivation. Quick fixes focus on outcomes: lose 20 pounds, earn a promotion, while Kaizen celebrates the process, finding joy in each step. Where perfectionism breeds stress, Kaizen fosters peace, trusting that small wins lead to big change. This contrast highlights why Kaizen is so powerful. It's a path you can stay on, one that respects your limits and celebrates your progress. So, how do you bring Kaizen into your life? The beauty of this philosophy is its simplicity. You don't need a complete overhaul, just a willingness to start small. Begin with one area where you feel stuck: your health, your home, your relationships, and choose one tiny action to take today. If your desk is cluttered, spend 2 minutes organizing one corner. If you're stressed, take 3 deep breaths once a day. These micro actions are your daily wins, the building blocks of change. To make them stick, try this. Write down your chosen action and track it for a week, noting how it feels. If you miss a day, don't judge yourself. Kaizen honors imperfection. Simply start again, adjusting as needed. For example, if 5 minutes of walking feels too much, try 2. This flexibility keeps you moving forward, building momentum without overwhelm. Here's a deeper practice. Create a Kaizen journal. Each evening, spend 5 minutes reflecting on one small win from your day: a kind word you shared, a task you started, a moment you paused to breathe. Next to it, write one small action you'll take tomorrow, like reading one page of a book or tidying one shelf. This practice, inspired by mindfulness, helps you see progress, fostering gratitude and sense of purpose. If you're unsure where to start, ask, what's one small change that would make my life feel lighter? Maybe it's unsubscribing from one email list to reduce digital clutter, or complimenting yourself once a day to build self-esteem. These questions spark awareness, guiding you toward actions that resonate with your needs. You might also face challenges, like old habits resisting change or the temptation to aim for big results. If you find yourself skipping your daily win, don't spiral into guilt. Kaizen is about starting anew. Ask, what made this hard? Maybe your goal was too ambitious, like exercising for 30 minutes. Scale it back to one stretch, then build from there. If external pressures, like a demanding job, disrupt your efforts, try integrating Kaizen into your routine, like taking 1 minute to organize your desk during a break. Another challenge is doubt, the voice saying, "This is too small to matter." Counter it by tracking your wins in your journal, noting how they add up. Did you tidy one drawer this week? That's a step toward clarity. Did you save $5 by cooking at home? That's financial freedom. These small victories, celebrated, become your strength. Let's bring Kaizen to life with a story. Meet Sophia, a 34-year-old marketing manager drowning in stress. Her apartment is cluttered with papers, her workdays are a blur of deadlines, and she feels disconnected from her dreams of writing. One day, she finds an old notebook filled with story ideas, its pages yellowed but hopeful. Inspired, Sophia embraces Kaizen. She starts by writing one sentence a day, no matter how rough. She declutters one drawer, donating clothes that don't fit her life. At work, she spends 5 minutes organizing her emails, reducing overwhelm. She even starts walking for 10 minutes after dinner, noticing how the evening light lifts her mood. Over months, these small wins transform her life. Her apartment feels lighter, her writing grows into short stories, and her stress eases as she focuses on progress, not perfection. Sophia's life isn't flawless, but it's hers. Intentional, meaningful, and thriving. Another story. Consider Raj, a 41-year-old teacher who feels trapped by routine. His home is cluttered with books and papers. His finances are strained by impulsive buys, and he longs to feel healthier. One evening, he finds a dusty yoga mat in a corner. Instead of vowing to exercise daily, Raj starts with one stretch each morning. He declutters one shelf, keeping only books he loves. Financially, he saves $2 a day by skipping coffee. Shop visits. These small steps build momentum. His home becomes a sanctuary, his savings grow, and his stretches evolve into a short yoga routine. Raj feels energized, not because he's mastered everything, but because he's moving forward, one small win at a time. One more story. Meet Hannah, a 29-year-old nurse overwhelmed by long shifts and family demands. Her kitchen is cluttered with unused gadgets, and she feels guilty for not spending enough time with her kids. One day, she finds a photo of her laughing with her son, tucked away in a drawer. Moved, Hannah applies Kaizen. She starts by playing with her kids for 5 minutes each evening, sharing stories or games. She declutters one kitchen counter, keeping only essentials. She also meditates for 1 minute before bed, easing her stress. She starts taking short walks after work, noticing small details like the cracked sidewalk sprouting tiny flowers. Over time, these small actions deepen her family bonds, simplify her home, and restore her calm. Hannah's life feels fuller, not because it's flawless, but because it's filled with moments that matter. Kaizen weaves beautifully with other philosophies that deepen its impact. Minimalism, with its focus on quality over quantity, complements Kaizen by encouraging you to simplify through small, deliberate choices. Instead of purging your home in one weekend, you might declutter one item a day, creating space for what matters. Ikigai, the pursuit of purpose, aligns with Kaizen by helping you discover meaning through small, joyful actions. A daily walk, a kind gesture, modernize. Respect for resources encourages you to repair or repurpose items, like mending a torn shirt instead of buying new. These philosophies interlace, creating a life of intention, balance, and abundance, not of stuff, but of moments that matter. Of course, Kaizen isn't a magic fix. You might doubt that small steps can lead to big change, or feel tempted to revert to old habits. That's okay. Kaizen honors your humanity. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself, progress is a journey, not a race. If you falter, start again with an even smaller step, like breathing deeply for 10 seconds. You might also face external challenges, like a busy schedule or skeptical friends. Communicate your goals gently, saying, "I'm trying something new," to feel less stressed. Over time, your small wins will speak for themselves, inspiring others. The key is consistency, not intensity. Each tiny action is a vote for the life you want, a life of clarity, purpose, and peace. Kaizen offers you a way to transform your life, not through force, but through patience and persistence. It's a call to let go of perfectionism, to embrace small, daily wins, and to trust that these steps will lead you to a life that's simpler, more intentional, and deeply fulfilling. Start today. Choose one small action, a breath, a smile, a single tidy drawer, and let it be your first win. Reflect on it, celebrate it, and take another step tomorrow. You don't need a perfect life to thrive. You need a life built on progress, lived with awareness, gratitude, and hope. Kaizen is your guide, whispering that every small change matters, that every day is a chance to grow, to simplify, to shine. So take a deep breath, notice where you are, and begin. Your journey of tiny wins is waiting, and it's already beautiful. Is waiting, and it's already beautiful. Is waiting, and it's already beautiful. Is waiting.